Good. All right. Can you see?
Yeah, I can see. I was trying to see if they can see his face.
Oh yeah, I can see your face. Oh, good. Come on, Facebook on the big screen. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see.
Look, Caracas, I'm known to kill a bee. You alive, you ain't feeling me. The way my people out here still asleep. I need 100 legs like I'm a centipede. Believe me, I got the recipe for you to save your soul and really rest in peace. The tribe of Judas, my pedigree. I give you more of him and give you less of me. So you more concerned with smoking pounds of perp and having muddy cups of that folk. You can have all the lust in this world, but for me, I'ma fall in love with that law. Cause time is shot like the legs on the midget. You all about the green like the head on the lizard. See, one had a dream, but you shy with the liver. And he doing the world, but the crown ain't gonna give up. I say I don't play that. He say, she say, who say, blase, blase. You can miss me with that gossip. You sound like a busybody. I say, I'm just trying to edify the body. I say, you can't walk this walk alone, get with a body. Yeah, Shawty said that she modest, but the Bible said that she hot. She got her hair wrapped and got her nails done, but you still exposing your body. Stop it. The Bible is living proof, but some people just hate the truth. They hate it on Christ too, so they really gon' hate you. I'm saying though, why you trapping out the band though? You don't see how they killing us, but you only worry about bands though. What you gon' get some Versace? What you gon' get you a Lambo? What you gon' do when you dead and tarnished? You gon' see how far them bands go. Yeah, you gon' see how far them bands go. Yeah. Bands go. Woe to you and your judgment. And woe just simply means destruction. Whoa.
Shalom, Michael Israel. Michael Ben Israel. Shalom, brother. Shalom, family.
All praises to the Most High. We finna rise from the bottom. Been called this, been that. Been spin over, been all that. Now y'all talking about reparations and emancipation. You can save all that. And all day, you can get roused up. The lion is here. It's in here. We can see for a while. But here, we back. We never go relax. We never go reset. We taking out the back. Send me an action and telling you gas. Send you an Instagram rumor with Nessa. You friend handle this nigga mad. Cause they don't think that we gon' grow.
More people climbing
They think we stay this long. They don't think that we'll prevail. Taking us through all this hell. See, you gon' have to recompense for all the stuff that you done did. See, they don't think that we gon' grow, but they don't know that we gon' we gon' they don't know that we gon' and they don't know that we gon' shooter. Karatazai, he is my shooter. I will not worship the beast. I will not worship the image. I don't do Buddha. I'm in the book reading Romans, no doodles. Casting out imagination, no voodoo. I got away from the lies.
What is P in the building?
It's been over time. Yes, up to the sky. I'm so about to die. When it comes to Christ, it's heavy inside. This feeling is real. The spiritual realm. This will is condemned. I'm feeling for them. They practice in sin. They about to meet him. You'll probably catch me in a snow white water, repping to the gang with some fringes on. And I beat the block with a Bible cock with some semi on the man stitches on. Trumpets blow. Yes, I yell up in it. They gonna go.
Happy Sabbath, Shabbat, Shalom, Shalom to all my brothers and sisters worldwide. I'd like to say once again, happy Sabbath, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom to the worldwide assembly. We live on Facebook, we live on YouTube, live on the Order Melchizedek Memphis Ministry, Order Melchizedek Ministry Memphis page. And as always, all praise, honor, and great glory is unto our God, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. You got your boy T Boogie back in the building. I got the young lion once again. We're here to dispensate this word of God one more time. Hope we're going to edify some brothers and sisters tonight. There's a lot of things been going on amongst Israel. A lot of things, even in my personal walk, Most High has been pressing upon my spirit to talk about and even check myself on my walk. Because a lot of times we have things set up in our mind. We have things that, you know, we have an idea or a thing that we think should go a certain way. And if it ain't in the Most High's time, then it's really his vanity. But we allow certain things, I know I do, I allow certain things to frustrate me in my walk. When I think things should be going a certain way or going a certain speed. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of times we frustrate ourselves by putting our expectations and our desires before the word of the Most High. Whether it be people, whether it be ourselves, a job, money, whatever. You know, and these things can become idols in our mind. You know, and when we have idols in our mind, the book we're going to read tonight, the Lord answers you according to the idols in your mind and how you dealing with him and dealing with his word. So with that, I'm going to give you the title of tonight's lesson is the Most High will answer you according to the idols that are in your mind. Because so many times we bring the wrath and the fear of God upon ourselves because, number one, the one thing the Most High can't stand is fear. The other thing the Most High can't stand is selfishness and unrighteous judgment towards your brothers and sisters in this walk. And anything that you set up in your mind that has become a stronghold or idol in your mind, the Most High gonna use that same thing to bring the judgment down, to bring the correction down, to bring the recompense down. And a lot of times, within myself, I know a lot of times with me, and I had to check myself, is pride. You know, I'm always ready to do that get back thing. And that's a lot of things the Most High been dealing with me this week. Really had a heavy spirit this week after the feast day because of some of the things that I was thinking about, how I was thinking, which wasn't right according to the words of the Most High. So a lot of times we got to do a self-check, self-examination, and thank God, you know, the Most High still dealing with me to even correct myself in that manner. Him bringing that ruach on me so I can do a self-check, a self-correction. So we're going to get into the lesson. We ain't got a lot of scriptures tonight. We ain't going to be before you too long. But I just hope and pray that as the Most High has been dealing with me, that he also deal with my brothers and sisters to do a self-examination and self-correction on ourselves according to the word of the Most High God. So that being said, the first place, young bro, we're going to go to is Ezekiel, the 14. Ezekiel, the 14, we're going to pick it up at verse 1. We're going to read verses 1 through 7, then we're going to skip down and read verse 10. Ezekiel, the 14 and 1, what do it say?
Then came certain of the elders of Israel unto me and sat before me. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart, and put the stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be required of it all by them? So
he's saying these elders of Israel have come and sat before Ezekiel the prophet. But this is a reverse type thing. What's going on? They've been worshiping. If you can read on down into that 13 on down to that, they've been worshiping idols. And now all of a sudden, they going to come to the man of God and sit down before him and say, hey, what does the Lord have to say? In the Most High said, hey, man, these people have set up idols in their mind. They got strongholds in their mind. They're doing everything under the sun. He said, and then they're going to come and sit before my prophet, my servant, say, what does say the Lord? He said, should I be inquired at all by them? He said, okay, so they want to be inquired. I'm going to tell them what I'm going to tell them. Continue to read.
Therefore speak unto them and say unto them, thus said the Lord God, every man of the house of Israel that setteth up idols in his heart, putteth the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face.
Go ahead.
And cometh to the prophet. I, the Lord, will answer him that cometh according to the multitude of his idols.
Did you hear that? He said, if you setting up idols in your mind, then you gonna come unto the prophet, one of my prophets, say, hey, what does say Lord? He said, I'm gonna answer you according to that same thing that you got set up in your mind. I'm gonna use that same thing against you, and I'm gonna give you your answer. Now, he telling basically what he said, you ain't gonna like the answer, and you ain't gonna like the end result of it. But go ahead and read, bro.
That I may take the house of Israel in their own heart, because they are estranged from me through their idols.
Go ahead, brother.
Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus said the Lord God, repent and turn yourselves from your idols, and turn your faces from all your abominations.
See, he said, I'm going to take the whole house of Israel in their own mind, because they are estranged. I mean, you are a stranger to the Most High now. You separated from him now. He ain't gonna have nothing to do with you, so the answer you gonna get, you ain't gonna like. But continue to read down that 7, bro. What do it say?
Therefore say unto the house of Israel, thus said the Lord God, repent and turn yourselves from your idols, and turn away your faces from all your abominations.
He giving them a chance, but go ahead and read.
For every one of the house of Israel, or of the stranger that sojourneth in Israel, which separated himself from me, and setteth up idols in his heart,
right,
and putteth the stumbling block of his iniquity before his face, and coming to a prophet to inquire of him concerning me, I the Lord will answer him by myself.
He said, I the Lord will answer him by myself. He said, so when you come to this prophet, the answer you gonna get is gonna be according to that which you have set up in your mind. I had to ask myself all the time, what's separating me from the Most High? Is it my anger? Is it my pride? Is it my thirst to see the ministry blossom on my pace? See, he said, I'm gonna take that same thing, because the book tells you to be anxious for nothing, but in all things in prayer, supplication, make your request may be known to God. So we got to be very careful in this walk. And in these last days, these last hours, the margin for error is small. We had to really stop and think about the thing that we say, the things that we do, how we go about doing what we're doing, even if we're doing it in the name of the kingdom. We still have to walk circumspectly in every move that we make, because the margin for error these days is so small. And we're going to get into a little bit of the psychology of how your mind clicking, even when you've seen the Most High deal with you in a positive way. You still have to check yourself on a moment-by-moment basis, because it don't take it much for a seed to be planted and then that thing to grow and reap a harvest. And it may not be the harvest you want. But skip down, bro, to verse 10. What do it say?
And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity.
And they shall bear the punishment of their iniquity.
The punishment of the prophet shall be even as the punishment of him that seeketh.
Did you hear that? He said, and the punishment of the prophet is going to be the same thing of the one that's seeking that prophet. So whatever you inquiring of, and you got this idol in your mind, then guess what? That's what you going to get back. I always like to say, same thing make you laugh, gonna make you cry. See, the Most High, he dealing out some harsh words here, and we take a lot of time just because we read them on these pages, we ain't putting ourselves in the situation that these brothers and sisters oftentimes in, bro. Because a lot of time when the Most High breathing out these words, we looking at it as that happened to them. But we're gonna find out that these things were put here for our example, because the same thing can happen to you. But let's go a little bit further. Let's go to Jeremiah 17. Flip back. Jeremiah 17. And we're going to read verses 1 and 2. Then we're going to skip down. We're going to skip down and read 9 through 11. Jeremiah 17, because it's always a transgression. It starts out as a little thing, brothers and sisters. You know, I've been doing a lot of talking to a lot of different Israelites this week. And it always starts out as somebody said something, or somebody did something, or somebody gave me a look. And that small thing can fester and turn into something big. I've seen it separate families. I've seen it separate friends. I've seen it separate marriages. I've even seen it separate assemblies and congregations over one small thing. And those transgressions, those small transgressions, if they go unchecked, will fester and grow and become a dividing wall. But let's look at this, bro. Let's look at this. 17:1. What do it say?
The sin of Judah is written with the pen of iron.
Oh,
and with the point of a diamond engraved upon the table of their heart.
It's graven. This thing is made written with an iron pen. You ever write something in iron? You ever seen a diamond cut tool, a diamond tip tool? When it's etched in there, it's in there. It's hard to get it. It takes years of water and wind and rain to make that stone smooth again, where you can't tell nothing was written in. But he said this sin is written with a pen of iron and with the point of a diamond. Continue to read.
It is graven upon the table of their heart. And upon the horns of your altar.
So at the power of your sacrifice. Go ahead, brother.
While as their children remember their altars, that grows by the green trees upon the high hills.
And he said, hey, man, your children even gonna earnestly remember these altars of heathenism and paganism. But skip down, brother. Skip down to verse 9. Read 9 through 11. What do it say?
The heart is deceitful above all things.
The mind is deceitful above all. See, you can be even deceived. You can deceive yourself. The mind is deceitful above all things.
And desperately wicked.
And desperately wicked.
Who can know it?
Who you can't see. That's why you got to check yourself at all times, young bro. That's why we got to continue to always examine ourselves, examine our walk, because we can get lifted up. We can get so lifted up and puffed up and fool ourselves like we got this. Me and the young brother was talking about a brother, I ain't gonna mention his name, that was doing plenty of work in Israel. And now the brother say he non-messianic. Because he said, man, knowledge puffeth up. See, we got to be careful. Even when we think that we teaching something or doing something that ain't nobody else doing, man, the enemy can come in and use that to trip you up. We have to be careful, brothers and sisters. And I'm saying this and I'm admonishing my brothers and sisters because I see how the Lord been dealing with me this week. And if you ain't careful, if you don't slow down and do a self-inventory, these things can be graven with a pen of iron and with a tip of a diamond, and it's going to be hard to get rid of that thing. He said, hey, you get a stronghold, and if you don't bind that strong man, you ain't going to be able to get him out of there. Finish reading, bro.
I, the Lord, searcheth the heart.
I, the Lord, search the heart.
I tried the rein.
Yes, sir.
Even to give every man according to his way.
Did you hear that? To give every man according to his way, those idols, those things, I'm going to recompense you that. Go ahead.
And according to the fruit of his doing.
And according to the fruit of his doing. Read that 11 for me, brother.
As the partridge sitteth on eggs and hatcheth them not. So he that getteth riches and not by right shall leave them in the midst of his days.
And what?
And at the end shall be a fool.
See, you sitting on all this iniquity. You sitting on all these things that's these idols that you set up in your mind. And when those things finally bear fruit, you're going to look like a fool. You're going to be left with nothing. You're going to be left with vanity. This is why I keep admonishing y'all, check yourself. Because these things creep in little and they creep in slow. And at the end, you got nothing. But let's go to the next place, bro. Let's go to the next place. Let's go to, did we finish that?
Verse 12.
Read that.
A glorious high throne from the beginning, the place of our sanctuary.
And see, we got to turn back to that glorious high throne. We got to turn back to the Most High God. We got to turn back. We got to go back to the basics a lot of times. I always say, you know, people, I say, man, I'm hitting the reboot button. Yeah. I got to reset myself because we can get so far out there. The Most High gives us a certain amount of knowledge, a certain amount of wisdom, a certain station in life. And then we have to, man, check it to make sure that that thing ain't become an idol in our mind. That we ain't got puffed up in that which the Most High has given us. It happened to Saul, didn't it? We got to check ourselves, brothers and sisters, constantly. But let's go on further, bro. Let's go on further. Like I said, I ain't gonna be before y'all long tonight. This is just a quick admonishment. And like the young bro always say, I took something from him. He said, hey, man, when somebody try to correct you and you don't hear it, then they come back and admonish you and you don't hear it. Now, guess what? Now the punishment got to come down. See, when the punishment come down, it's too late to get the monkey mouth demon. too late. Now you got to stand there and take that whipping which the Most High dealt down to you. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So take this admonishment, brothers and sisters. I know I had. All praise to the Most High. Let's go to 1 Corinthians. Let's go to the new book. Let's go to the new book. 1 Corinthians, the 10. 1 Corinthians, the 10. And we're going to pick it up at verse 1, my young brother. And we're going to read verses 1 through 12. I think that's what I got on your paper. I kind of switched some stuff up for you got over here. Yeah, we're going to read down through the 12. 10 and 1, what do it say?
Moreover, brethren, I would not that ye should be ignorant.
Right.
How that all our fathers were under the cloud and all passed through the sea. And were all baptized unto Moses in the cloud and in the sea.
Right.
And all did eat the same spiritual meat. And did all drink the same spiritual drink. But they drank of that spiritual rock that followed them, and that rock was Christ. Newsflash.
And that's a whole nother lesson, but that was Yeshua that was with them in the wilderness. That was Yeshua that gave them commandments. That was Yeshua that came down on the tabernacle. So we ain't gonna get into that, but he said that rock that followed them was Christ. Continue to read.
But with many of them, Yah was not well pleased. But they were overthrown in the wilderness.
Go ahead and read, brother.
Now these things were our example.
And we can finna go read a little bit about that, but go ahead and read.
To the intent that we should not lust after evil things, they also lust.
Now, the evil thing that they lusted after was many multiple things, but what we're gonna go read an account of was the fear and unbelief. Fear of that which was the unknown and unbelief in that which they knew. They saw the miracles of the Most High. They saw the Red Sea party. They saw all the plagues. They had the bread rain down. They had the pillar of fire by night and the pillar of cloud by the day. They knew they had unbelief in the known and fear the unknown. And the Most High don't deal with cowards. Especially after he showed himself strong on your behalf. He don't deal with cowards. But we're going to continue to read, brother.
Neither be ye idolaters, as were some of them.
Yes, sir.
As it is written, the people sat down to eat and drink and rose up to play.
And he was talking about the golden calf when they had Aaron make that golden calf. But go ahead and read.
Neither let us commit fornication, as some of them commit.
Yes, sir.
And fell in one day 320,000.
Yes, sir. You go read that in Numbers, but go ahead and read.
Neither let us tempt Christ, as some of them also tempted and were destroyed of serpents.
There it is again. He told you who they tempted in the wilderness. It was Yeshua they tempted in the wilderness. Go ahead and read.
Neither murmur ye, as some of them also murmur and were destroyed of the destroyer.
Now we finna go read about that murmuring and that fear. But continue to read, brother, down through that 12.
Now all these things happened unto them, were to them for examples, that they are written for our admonition, upon whom the ends of the world are come.
And from the whom the ends of, see, I told you, we ain't got a lot of time for makeups. Yeah. We ain't got a lot of time for makeup tests. We need to get this thing as close to right as possible, as much as possible. The ends of the world that came upon us. We done read about that in another lesson. He said, hey, man, we're going to read about, he said, man, a 10th part of the world is gone. He said the world was divided into 12 parts and 10 of the parts is gone. So you better get this thing right while you can. Did you read that 12, my brother?
No.
Go ahead.
Wherefore let him that think if he standeth take heed lest he fall.
Did you catch that? And that's what I'm saying about that self-examination. Don't think you got it. Don't think you done made it. He said, because man, when you think you standing, that's when you gonna fall. And that's when we got to make our calling and election sure. Because just when you think you got it, man, the tempter, the wicked one, will come in and use that thing that you can set up and use it for your downfall. But let's go read a little bit about this, about our ancestors. Let's go back to the old book. Let's go to Numbers, the 13. Numbers, the 13, brother. And we're going to pick it up. We're going to pick it up at verse 26. We're going to read 26 through 33 because the people going to show fear in the most Most High, after the Most High told him he was gonna get a land, these people still show fear. 13 and 26, bro. We're gonna read 26 through 33. What do it say?
Hold on, we got said what's the address of what the book say radio? Are you asking for like a PO box, or are you asking for like the web address that you can pull this up on, or what?
Cynthia Cynthia Dungy? Are you, sister, what you asking? You asking for a PO box, or you asking for the address where we have a class on the Sabbath day, or you try to get the What the Book Say radio on Facebook? What you asking, sister? Let me scroll up. Is that all? That's all. That's it.
Yeah, that's live chat. So
she said, "What's the address of What the Book Say radio?" Oh, if you're asking about the What the Book Say radio on Facebook, you just go to Facebook and type in What the Book Say radio, and it should pull up. I see my beloved brother Tuvaya from Dallas is on What the Book Say radio. Shalom, my brother. I see what she saying. Oh, cards and letters. Okay, so you want to send I guess she want to send us something like a card or letter. So, sister, you can send it to my address. You can send it to 3108 Darrow Street. That's DARROW Street, Memphis, Tennessee, 38118. 3108 Darrow Street, DARROW Street, Memphis, Tennessee, 38118. If you want to send us a card, letter, we appreciate any feedback y'all can give us on the channel. Any questions y'all have, we'll be glad to answer them. And we'll just go from there. All praise to the Most High, my sister. All praise to the Most High. And if that's Michael Ben Israel out of Florida, bro, I saw that y'all finna be in Nashville for the Hebrew gathering. If that's you, bro, I want to get at you sometime next week. You understand? So I'm thinking about coming up there and fellowship with y'all, brother. All right, let's get back to the lesson, bro. She say anything else? Okay. All right. Okay. Numbers 13, bro. Numbers 13, and we're gonna pick it up at the 26, brother. Numbers 13, verse 26. We're gonna read 26 through 33. When you get it, go ahead and read.
And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel unto the wilderness of Paran to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land.
And this is the spies returning that Moses sent out to spy the land of Canaan that they were about to go over and overtake, that the Most High told them he was going to give it to them. He told them that. But go ahead and read.
And they told him and said, we come into the land whither thou sendest us, and surely it flowed with milk and honey. This is the fruit of it.
Go ahead, brother.
Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south. Right. And the Hittites and Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains. And the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. Go ahead, brother. And Caleb still the people before Moses. Yes, sir. And said, let us go up at once and possess it. For we are well able to overcome it. Now look at 31. What do it say? But the men that went up with him said, we be not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. So I want y'all to take a pause for the call and understand the psychology of what's going on here. Think of it, and I want you to try to put yourself in the mindset on one side of Caleb, Moses, and Joshua, and then put yourself in the mindset of the other people. Because see, this fear we finna spread like a disease. Because like I said, they saw all the things that the Most High had done for them in the wilderness, and the people that he had took down the biggest military force at that time, which was Pharaoh and his Egyptian army. Think of this right here. You seen the sea split. Then you see the sea come back and drown this most powerful army. So now you got this going on in your mind. Then you got these brothers and sisters sitting back like, man, we can't do it. But the Most High been with you the whole time. So there's a messed up mind state
within the goal that's rampant even now in Israel. And then you got these few people saying, we can do it. We can do it. But guess what? When it comes to fear, fear is the opposite of faith. So now you finna see the psychology of what's going on here. Continue to read, my young brother.
And they brought up an evil report of the land.
And they brought up an evil report,
which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, the land through which we have gone to search it is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof. And all the people that we saw in it are men of great stature.
And see, they done forgot about David and Goliath, bro. They forgot about he was a giant.
Yeah, it ain't happened this time.
Well, I know, I'm sorry, you're right. But they forgot that, I'm sorry, you correct. I'm thanking for the correction. They done forgot about Pharaoh. They done forgot about the Red Sea. They done forgot about all that stuff. See, Israel have a mental issue called forgetfulness.
They forgot about the wars with the sons of Jacob.
That's what I meant to say.
With the what's
right, bro. Going back to the book of Jasher. That's what I'm trying to say.
How you forget that?
They done forgot about all of that. Even had Moses and Aaron that was standing before Pharaoh did all those miracles. They have forgotten about that. And now, just because a few people are scared, now they brought this evil report back to them. And now everybody has turned their way back and they want to go back to Egypt. But go ahead and read.
Captivity.
Yep. Go ahead and read that 33.
Verse 33. And there we saw the giants. The sons of Anak, which come of the giants, and we were in our own sight as grasshoppers.
Go ahead, roll right on into 14, bro. Right on to 14.
All right. And so we were in their sight. Verse 1. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night.
And see, now they sitting up there crying, boo-hooing, don't know what they gonna do. Oh Lord, what we gonna do? These people too big for us. But then you gonna what you bring the fruit back for? Showing everybody how good it was, how plentiful it was. Now you sit up there crying and boo-hooing. Go ahead, bro.
And the children of Israel murmured against Moshe and against Aaron.
Now you talking against the man of God. Go ahead and read.
And the whole congregation said unto them, well, y'all that we had died in the land of Egypt.
Did you hear what they said?
Yeah.
Read it, say that again.
With God that we had died in the land of Egypt.
See that? Now see, I'm gonna tell you something about Israel. We got a bad problem. We always ready to go back into bondage. And see, Egypt has a dual meaning: bondage and darkness. We always we gravitate to bondage. You got these bootlickers out here right now. The one brother, I know it ain't gonna happen, but the one brother on that committee, they talking about giving all the slave descendants of slave reparations. And then there's one bootlicker get up there and say, we got reparations. We don't need no more reparations. We love bondage. We love darkness. That's our MO. And they say, hey, man, we could have stayed in Egypt. And the Most High keeps showing you, he ain't going to show you what's to come. He going to tell you what's to come, but he ain't just going to show you everything because you couldn't take it. But continue to read, bro. You read that 1 through 4?
Verse 3.
Go ahead.
And wherefore have the Lord brought us unto this land to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey. Were it not better for us to return into Egypt?
Now you heard what they just said. Now with the title of the lesson, the Most High will answer you according to the idols of your mind. So that same thing that they saying, that same thing that they let fly out their mouth, that's what's going to happen to them. See, by your word shall you be justified, and by your word shall you be condemned. See, that little thing that's in your mouth, that little tongue, it's hard to bridle it.
That's crazy.
And he finna use that same thing against him. So much so that when he come back in the first resurrection, these people right here, they ain't gonna make it in. They ain't gonna be in the kingdom in the first resurrection. They're gonna have to wait till the second resurrection. But continue to read, brother. Skip that. You read that 4? Skip down. Yes, read the 4, then skip down to verse 6. Go ahead and read.
And they said to one another, let us make a captain and let us return unto Egypt.
Did you hear that? Now they want to get rid of Moses. They said, let us make a captain and return to Egypt. Go ahead and read.
Verse 6.
And
Joshua the son of Nun and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of them that searched the land, rent their clothes. And they spake unto all the company of Israel, children of Israel, saying, the land which we passed through to search it, it is an exceeding good land.
And these brothers still try to admonish them, like, man, we can do it. But go ahead and read.
If the Lord delight in us, then he will bring us into this land and give it us, and a land which floweth with milk and honey.
Go ahead and read, brother.
Only rebel not ye against the Lord, neither fear ye the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and the Lord is with us, fear them not.
And see, this is what people, and when I read it, I had to read it over again, because he said, don't rebel against the Lord. See, fear is rebellion, whether you know it or not, but you just read it. See, when you in fear, you in rebellion. See, a lot of people think rebellion is going against the commandment, but there was a commandment. Go and take the land. So when you in fear, you ain't operating with the spirit of the Most High. You ain't operating in the Ruach.
Right. And then it goes to show you, like, the whole point of them searching out the land was a test anyway. Because he told them the straightway commanded was to go and take the land. It's yours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Why do you even have to go search it out? Well, he doing it to test us.
Right.
And we failed it. As you can see, we failed the
failed
test.
It horribly.
We failed the test, man. He just told them, he said, look, they bread for us. Their defense is departed. Right. You know what I'm saying? The Lord with us.
And see, that's the thing, man. The fear of people and the fear of anything. If you're supposed to be a conscious Hebrew Israelite dealing with the spirit, especially if you call yourself in this Melchizedek order, fear is not an option. Fear is not something that you're supposed to be operating in, nor do you. See, when we get scared, bro, we even get in our feeling when we get fear, we fear somebody gonna make us look like an idiot or a fool or make us look weak. That's fear right there. Because the book said, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. See, we got to get out of this thing of self. Like I was saying, I got anxious for the ministry to grow. You know, I'm like, man, we move too slow. We got to hurry up, man. What can I do? What can I say? What can I do? Who can I talk to? Slow down. Slow down. That's fear. When you get anxious, that means you getting scared. Something ain't going to happen. Slow down. That's all we got to do. Slow down and trust in the Most High Yah. In his timing, in his grace, in his provision. But when you start operating in fear, you in rebellion. But continue to read, bro.
But all the congregation bade, stoned them with stones.
See that fear that festered up. Now you got murder on your mind. Unjust judgments on your mind. Because you scared. Go ahead and read.
And the glory of the Lord appeared in the tabernacle.
Now see, the Most High finna weigh in on this thing. Go ahead.
Of the congregation before all the children of Israel.
See, look, let me say this here, bro.
Just show up.
See, like I said, see, the fear that came and it started to fester, and these brothers constantly trying to admonish you and telling you to do what the Most High told you, and now you got murder on your mind. Now the Most High finna weigh in. See, now when the correction comes and the admonishment comes and you don't adhere, now here come the drama. And ain't gonna be nothing you gonna be able to do to stop it. Because he sent his men, he sent his prophet, he sent his word, say, hey, go take the land, we can do what we can do, and y'all still didn't want to adhere to it. Sorry about that. So now he finna weigh in on it. He finna weigh in on everybody and everything that let that come out their mouth. Go ahead, bro. Read down to the 12, and then we're gonna skip down.
All right. It says, and the Lord said unto Moses, how long would this people provoke me?
Right.
How long will it be they believe me? for all the signs which I have shown among them.
Go ahead, bro. Read that 12.
I will smite them with the pestilence and disinherit them.
And do what?
Disinherit them.
So you separate, you estranged, like we read over in AG. You done. Go ahead.
And will make of thee a greater nation and mightier than they.
Skip down there for the sake of time. Skip down there 28, because man, he finna get a breach of promise to these folks. Go ahead and read.
Say unto them, as truly as I live, said the Lord.
Right.
As ye have spoken in my ears, so will I do unto you.
See, same thing make you laugh, gonna make you cry. That same thing that came out your mouth, that same idol in your mind, he gonna use that very thing to deal with you on. Continue to read, brother. 29.
Your carcasses shall fall in this wilderness, and all that were numbered for you according to your whole number, from 20 years old and upward.
From 20 years old and upward,
which have murmured against me. Doubtless ye should not come into the land.
You ain't gonna get into the land.
Concerning which I swear to make you dwell therein. Save Caleb the son of Jephunneh and Joshua the son of Nun.
Go ahead, brother.
But your little ones, which ye said should be a prey, then will I bring you.
Yes, sir.
And they shall know that the land, and they shall know the land which ye have despised.
And see, you despise. See, this is what I'm saying, brother. See, the Lord used some harsh word that we need to pay attention. You despise the Lord when you operate in fear. You rebel against the Lord when you operate in fear. When you operate in fear, you are in rebellion. You despise his promises, and you don't believe what he has told you. Listen to the words that he is using to describe them not believing. Rebellion, despising, not believing the promise. Finish it out, bro.
But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in the wilderness.
As for you, your carcass shall fall in the wilderness. Whatever.
And your children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years. And bear your hoard. Until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness. And after the number of the days in which ye search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year.
See that?
Ye shall bear your iniquity. Even 40 years. You should know my breach of promise.
You gonna know my breach of promise, because just like you wanted you spied that land out for 40 days and didn't believe me, I'm gonna give you a year for every day that you spied the land, because what he's saying, for them 40 days that y'all was in there, y'all didn't believe that I was gonna give y'all this land. So now you gonna know my breach of promise. Y'all ain't getting me 20 years old, no. They died in the wheel. And the children, say Caleb and Joshua, they got in the lane. They went in the lane. Read the last 35, bro. What do it say?
As the Lord have said, I will surely do it unto all this evil congregation that are gathered together against me in this wilderness. They shall be consumed, and there they shall die.
And there they shall die. Let's go to the next place. Hosea the 8, man. Hosea the 8. And we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna pick it up at verse 1. We're gonna read verses 1 through 4, then we're gonna skip down and read 6 through 8. Hosea the 8 and verse 1. When you get it, my young brother, go ahead and read it.
Set the trumpet to thy mouth. He shall come as an eagle against the house of the Lord.
Right.
Because they have transgressed my covenant and trespassed against my law.
And see, this eagle, every Gentile nation, even the one this Babylonian captivity you in now, always represented an eagle. Look at Rome. Eagle, that's their symbol, ain't it? Esau, eagle. America, eagle. That's why you here. And he's gonna tell you, you're gonna be despised. He said you're gonna be despised of these nations. And look at our condition right now. But continue to read, bro.
Israel shall cry unto me, my God, we know thee.
Yeah. They're gonna, we know you, Lord, please come save us. And they do it even today. Oh, I love the Lord. I love you, sure. But then you got a brother turn around, been doing all this, then he's gonna say, I'm non-messianic. How you know the Most High? How you know the Lord? You got our Sunday brother and Christian. I love Jesus. I love the Lord. No, you don't. He said, like he told you in Ezekiel, Shall I be inquired at all by these people? He's okay. Since y'all want to ask, I'm going to give it to you. But go ahead and read.
Israel have cast off the thing that is good.
The
enemy shall pursue him.
The enemy shall pursue them. Go ahead, brother.
Verse 6.
Read it.
For from Israel was it also. The workman made it.
Therefore
it is not God.
It is not God.
But the calf of Samaria shall be broken in pieces.
And see, he said, man, that idol that y'all have set up, this thing that y'all have put up, I'm going to smash it and leave you destitute. But go ahead and read.
For they have sown the wind.
They have sown to nothing.
And they shall reap the whirlwind.
They're going to reap the whirlwind. Go ahead.
It have no stalk. The bud shall yield no meal. If so be it yield, the stranger shall swallow.
And anything you think you get from this idol that you done set up, the Most High gonna use the eagle, the enemy, to snatch that little bit that it do yield. He gonna use them to snatch it up. He gonna take that, even that little bit that you get from it. He gonna take that from you too. Did we finish that, my brother?
That was
4:7.
7.
Okay, verse 7. Go ahead and read that 8.
Israel is swallowed up.
Israel is swallowed up.
Now they should be among the Gentiles.
As what, brother?
As a vessel where there is no pleasure.
Hey, man, that Leviticus 23 said he gonna put a. Now, why you think they look at you the way they look at you? Why you think they sneer and scoff at you the way they scoff? Excuse me, because of the idols that you set up in your mind. The things that our forefathers did had us in this situation, and the thing that we continue to do keep us in this situation. See, he told you, even if you turn back to him, I'll be a little sanctuary to you. But we won't even do that, not fully. But let's go to the next place, bro. Let's look at a little bit of these. He said amongst the Gentiles, right? Let's go to Deuteronomy. Deuteronomy 28. Deuteronomy 28. And we ain't gonna read all these curses. We're just gonna read verse 15, and we're gonna skip all the way down to the 64, man. Deuteronomy 28 and 15. What do it say, my young brother?
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
That all these curses shall come upon thee.
Now, we ain't gonna read all this, but man, hey, it's so much meat in these curses that clearly identifies who he's talking to. But I'm just gonna go here for a precept to what we just read in Hosea about being scattered amongst the Gentiles and being a vessel that nobody takes pleasure in. Skip all the way down to verse 64. What do it say, brother?
It says, and the Lord shall scatter thee among all people. From one end of the earth even unto the other.
Yes, sir.
And there thou shalt serve other gods.
And thou shalt serve other idols. But go ahead and read.
Which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
And we serving wood and stone. Now you know how I know we serving wood and stone? Because we serve that almighty dollar. That dollar made out of wood is made out of paper. And we serving that stone, that gold coin. We serving them all day, every day. We serving everything that become an idol to us. Even our little devices that we hold, them little computers that we hold in our hand every day. We act like we can't live 5 seconds without it. We serving idols made of wood and stone. Go ahead and read.
And among the nations thou shalt find no ease.
That is, among the nations you shall find no ease. Go ahead.
Neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart.
And we sure got it. Go ahead.
And failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind.
And man, look, that's that thing right there where he put that spirit of heaviness on you. He put that spirit of fear on you. Man, we got a trembling heart. And man, look, we ain't got no ease. Me and my real was talking about today, man, about getting off these jobs. So be so glad when the Sabbath day roll around, man. Y'all keep Hickman, Shabbat Shalom, my brother.
Shabbat Shalom, man.
Man, it's just we ain't got no ease in this land. Our DNA, man, we weren't even created to live this type of lifestyle. Right. We weren't created to live this type of lifestyle. Not as a Hebrew Israelite. We were supposed to eat the good of the land. We were supposed to be teaching the nations about our God, and they were going to be bringing their sacrifices up to Jerusalem. It ain't even in us to work a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? It just, why you think it bears so heavy on your spirit? That's why it bears so heavy on our spirit, man. And that's why we have that sorrow mind and failing alive. But go ahead and read, bro.
And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee.
Yeah.
And thou shalt fear day and night. And shall have none assurance of thy life.
And have none assurance of thy life. Your life gonna hang in doubt both day and you don't know when these Gentiles gonna go smooth off and snap off and do something to one of us. We don't know. Finish that out, bro.
Verse 67.
In
the morning thou shalt say, "Well, God, it would even."
Yeah.
And at even thou shalt say, "Well, God, it would morning."
Right.
For the fear of thine heart, which thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes, which thou shalt see.
And we ain't never settled. We always waiting for the next day. Always waiting for the next night. We always try to speed time up because we ain't never settled, bro. We ain't never at peace fully until we come into the truth and the knowledge of his word and stay settled in his word, because that fear is rebellion against the Most High. Go ahead, bro. Finish it up.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
And he brought us over here in the bondage again with ships. Now we in darkness again, and we in bondage again. Go ahead and read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
And ain't nobody gonna get you out of this trouble. I'm finna put your butt in. Nobody. But let's go to the next place, bro. We don't spend a lot of time on that. Let's go to, excuse me. Let's go to Proverbs the 15. Proverbs the 15, my young brother. And we're gonna pick it up. We're gonna pick it up in verse 26, because a lot of times our thoughts and our plan and everything that we have, they don't line up with the Most High. And those things that we even meditate on and purpose in our hearts and our minds don't line up with the Most High. He even checking that. Proverbs the 15 and pick it up at the 26. What do it say?
It says, the thoughts of the wicked are an abomination unto Yahweh.
Are an abomination unto Yahweh. Go ahead.
But the words of the pure are pleasant words.
Go ahead, brother.
He that is greedy of gain troubleth his own house.
And see, when you greedy that almighty wood and stone, you troubling in your own house. You bringing drama upon your own family. See, those things that we have set up in our hearts and our minds become idols. They become a trouble to us. I mean, I even know a brother, I talked to a brother, he's struggling with that lust thing, man. He's struggling bad with that lust thing. Even so much, man, this man is sleeping with girls, young girls, sisters, man, the same age as his daughter. And I tell him, man, you got to get a hold of this thing, bro, before it consume you, man. These are idols. See, when you going after all these different things that's contrary, it's a trouble to you. But you know what? It keep going and going and going until it consumes you. See, that same thing to make you laugh gonna make you cry. He said these people have set up idols in their mind, and I, the Lord, will answer them according to the idols that they didn't set up in their mind. But finish it out, bro.
It says, he that is, verse 28.
Yeah.
Sorry, the heart of the righteous studieth to answer.
Yes, sir.
But the mouth of the wicked poureth out evil things.
Continue to read.
The Lord is far from the wicked.
The Lord is far from the wicked,
but he heareth the prayer of the righteous.
And hey, you appreciate that, John 9:31. For we know that the God is don't hear sinners. He heareth not sinners. Like the prayers of the righteous man availeth much. So hey, these are the things that we must continue to examine it on a day-to-day, moment-by-moment basis. What we doing? How we acting, how we moving in this walk. Because it's temporary until it's untemporary. Because when you wake up with them sins on you, Jack, me and Young Lion was just talking about one day, the brother we was talking about that say he non-messianic now. Man, you don't know when the Most High gonna snatch the breath out your body. You want to wake up with that on your jacket? I don't. I wouldn't want to wake up on that jacket following Yeshua 1 minute, then the next minute, I don't believe in his work, don't believe in his word, and then wake up with that on my jacket.
Your last words was blasphemy.
Right. How you gonna get out of that? Pray that the Most High have mercy. Where we at, bro?
First Kings.
First Kings is 21. I'm sorry. 1 Kings 21, and we're going to read 17 through 29. 1 Kings 21. And once again, I want to thank all my brothers and sisters for supporting What the Book Say Radio, Order Melchizedek Ministries here in Memphis. We thank all y'all. We appreciate y'all comments, y'all questions, your emails that you send us all the time, and just you tuning in to be it. Hopefully, we edifying our brothers and sisters through the word of the Most High Yah. And we continue to ask for your prayers and your support. That anything that we can do for you, we ask the same of you to help us continue this ministry by liking, sharing, subscribing, whatever you can do to help get this word out to the four corners.
Yeah, make sure y'all like that on YouTube.
Yeah.
I see y'all watching. Ain't nobody hit the like button on there.
If you being edified, hit the like button. Everybody's on the YouTube. If the Most High edify you through his holy word. 1 Kings 21. I'm going to read a little bit about this. I don't even like reading about this joke.
There we go.
Yeah. There we go. Let's read about Ahab. One of the sorriest jokes I ever read of. He just was some straight slaw. But he set up an idol in his mind. He wanted this brother's vineyard. And there was a no-no amongst Israel to sell off your inheritance. And he knew that because, hey, every king had to have a book of the law, didn't he? So he knew it was wrong. But he set up an idol in his mind where he couldn't stand not having it. Yeah. And that idol is what got his head clipped.
Yeah, shout out to my little sister Khalees. We was just talking about this the other day.
For real?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Go ahead. We're going to read it. 1 King, bro. 21. We're going to pick it up at the 17. And we're going to read 17 through 29. What do it say?
It says that the word of the Lord came unto Elijah the Tishbite.
Yeah,
saying,
go ahead.
Arise, go down to meet Ahab, king of Israel, which is in Samaria.
Right.
Behold, he is in the vineyard of Naboth, whether he is gone down to possess it.
Yay.
And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, Thus said the Lord, hast thou killed and also taken possession?
See? Go ahead, bro.
And thou shalt speak unto him, saying, Thus said the Lord, in the place where the dogs lick the blood of Naboth, shall dogs lick thy blood, even thine.
I told you he gonna use that same thing. That same thing that you did gonna come back on your head. Now you done killed this man for his inheritance, and then wrongfully claimed his inheritance. Same thing make you laugh, gonna make you cry. Yeah. And see, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna say this right here. A lot of y'all have done a lot of dirt to a lot of brothers and sisters. When the heat come down, when the recompense come down, I want y'all to stop and think what you did. Because there's a lot of evil going on amongst Israel, bro.
They ain't gonna have to. They're gonna know exactly why.
Right. Because, man, it's a lot of evil going on in Israel right now amongst Israelites. And we have to be careful, brothers and sisters. Hey, the commandment is love thy neighbor as thyself. We have to be careful. Yeah. Because if we see it, he going to ask you according to the idols that's in your mind. Go ahead and read, my young brother.
That's right. He was sorry, sis.
He was straight God. I mean, every time I read about it, I saw. And see, I'm going to tell y'all, let me pause one more time. I'm going to tell y'all brothers something. Talking to y'all brothers. Y'all letting y'all ribs get y'all in trouble. Because when he come when the punishment comes down, the Most High coming for you first. Don't let your rib flop her jaw like this joker did. Don't let your rib flop her jaw like Eve did and get your head cracked. Because if you don't check that situation like our brother Job did, if you don't check that situation, then when the punishment come down, you get it first and you get it worse because you the head. So when your rib popping off at the mouth, you better tell her she close her lips and you better correct it with this word and monitor with this word because when the punishment come down, you get it first. Now, let me ask you a question. According to the scripture, who died first, Ahab or Jezebel?
Then Jezebel died. No,
Ahab died first.
Yeah, he did.
Ahab died first.
His line got cursed.
Then his line got cursed all the way down to the root.
Yeah, it did.
So, like I said, Y'all letting these women run the household. Y'all letting these sisters run their mouth. When it come down, don't wonder why.
Just like old boy in the New Testament, in the book of Acts, and his wife.
Yeah. What's their name? Ananias and Sapphira. He got his head whacked first. Yep. Then she come with that lie.
Same men that carried your husband now.
They gonna get you too.
They about to carry you out.
That's it.
Ooh.
Same thing make you laugh, gonna make you cry. But finish it out, bro. A lot of comments flying up in there, ain't it? A lot of comments. All praise to the Most High.
Shaul Israel, bro, don't come in here with that. Don't come in here
with that. What are you saying?
Bro, don't come in here with that trying to get money from people. We didn't already talk to you about this, and people all over Facebook already know about you. Stop that. Don't come on here with that.
Shaul, you need to come up off that, bro.
Don't come over here with that. And don't come up here in these comments trying to teach either.
Bro, you need to come up all that for real, bro. For real. You asked him. You bought it.
Nah, I ain't asked him. I'm just saying he deleting his own comments, but bruh, you need to stop that, bruh. Everybody's on in your game now. Stop.
For real.
And I ain't gonna let you come up in here and do this to these brothers and sisters either. So stop that, bro.
Man, you need to come on, bro, and grow a set for real. For real, need to grow a set. A man that don't work, don't eat. And the book say he worse than an unbeliever. You've been saying that same song, man, for almost a year now. You need to stop it, bro. For real. Out of love, we telling you stop it. Where we leave off at, bro?
We at verse 19.
Read it, man.
Verse 20, I mean.
Yeah, verse 20, go ahead.
And Ahab said to Elijah, "Hast thou found me, O mine enemy?"
Go ahead, bro.
And he answered, "I have found thee, because thou hast sold thyself to work evil in the sight
of the
Lord.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Behold, I will bring evil upon thee, and will take away thy posterity.
I mean, he gonna kill his whole lineage, his whole line. Go ahead.
And will cut off Ahab, him that pisseth against the wall."
Oh, Most High breathes some threatenings out. I'm gonna kill everybody that piss up against the wall. Meaning all the males in your family, they finna get it whacked. Go ahead.
And him that is shut up and left in Israel. And will make thine house like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat.
Go ahead, brother.
And like the house of Baasha, the son of Ahijah. For the provocation wherein thou hast provoked me to anger.
Yes, sir.
Made Israel to sin.
It made Israel to sin. Go ahead, bro.
You see that?
What?
See that? Brother, you are not of Abba. Hebrew.
Bro, box him, man. Box him, bro. Box him, because he out of bounds, man.
We ain't even finna do this.
No, man. You out of line, brother. You way out of line. Body him, man.
Body him. We ain't finna do that one now.
Yeah, I am, because you all way out of line.
I push Shalom, Hebrew.
Yeah. Pick that back up, man.
All right. The son of Ahijah, verse 22.
Read it, yeah.
At the beginning of verse 22, and I will make thine house like the house of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, and like the house of Baasha, the son of Ahijah, for the provocation wherewith thou hast provoked me to anger, and made Israel to sin.
Go ahead.
And of Jezebel also spake the Lord, saying,
what?
The dog shall eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel.
You hear that? Go ahead.
Him that died of Ahab in the city, him that dieth of Ahab in the city, the dog shall eat.
Ooh, go ahead.
And him that died in the field shall the fowls of the earth eat. But there was none like unto Ahab, which did sell himself to work wicked.
Yeah.
In the sight of the Lord, whom Jezebel his wife stirred.
You hear that? Whom his wife stirred up.
Right.
Got her husband killed. Got the whole posterity of Ahab whacked and cursed and killed. Yeah. And then she got her head whacked because you let that woman stir you up. Yeah. You let these women, brother, y'all let these sisters stir y'all up. And if they don't take the admonishment, then deal with them accordingly. It's time for Israelite men to be men. This ain't no, we ain't playing no patty cakes and no pity pat trying to appease our ribs when they in the wrong. This ain't that kind of party. This ain't that kind of show. Because you're going to mess around and get somebody else's head whacked in the midst of it. Because Adam let that stuff slide. Now we all in this fallen state. Same thing. But go ahead and read, brother.
It says, but there was none like unto Ahab, which did sell himself to work wickedness in the sight of the Lord,
Go ahead.
Whom Jezebel his wife stirred up.
Yeah.
And he did very abominably
And
following
idol.
According to all things as he did the Amorite, whom the Lord cast out before the children of Israel.
Now they ain't picked up these heathen customs. Go ahead.
And it came to pass when Ahab heard these words that he rent his clothes, put sackcloth upon his flesh, and fasted, and lay in sackcloth and went soft.
Now look at this. Now you want to pray. Now you want to fast. Too late.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna tell you something. Just like when David did that dirt that he did, he laid before the Most High all night long and prayed. But the Most High still killed that baby, didn't he? See, sometimes you think because you fasting and praying, it's gonna be all right. Not so.
No, you just don't get what you deserve.
That's it.
You still get punished.
That's it.
You just don't get the punishment you deserve.
That's it, bro. So hey, like I say, I always say this here too. When the punishment come down, don't get the monkey mouth. It's too late for that. You better check yourself while you're on this road and make sure you in right standing and walking in the words and the ways of the Most High Yah.
That's pride.
That's all it is, bro. It's pride. And it's pride and it's fear and it's rebellion. So you practicing witchcraft now. Now you practicing witchcraft according to the scriptures. So now you got to get with a witch. He said you should not suffer a witch to live. Ain't that what the scripture say? All right, then. Did you finish it after that 29?
No, I ain't finished it.
Yeah, read that 28. Yeah.
It says, and the word of the Lord came to Elijah the Tishbite, saying, seest thou how Ahab humbleth himself before me? Because he humbleth himself before me, I will not bring the evil in his day.
But what?
But in his son's days will I bring the evil upon his house.
Because the word had already gone out the Most High mouth. So it got to come to pass. Let's go to the next plate. These things were put in for our example, brothers and sisters. Let's go to Isaiah the 66. Isaiah the 66. And we're going to pick it up at the 1. Isaiah the 66. And we're going to pick it up at the 1. We're going to read verses 1 through 6. Isaiah the 66 and verse 1. When you get it, my brother, go ahead and read. Look what the Most High say.
Thus said the Lord, the heaven is my throne, and the earth is my footstool.
Go ahead, brother.
Where is the house that ye build unto me? And where is the place of my rest?
Where is the place of my rest? Go ahead.
For all those things have my hand made, and all those things have been, said the Lord.
Yes, sir.
But this man will I look. But to this man will I look.
Go ahead.
Even to him that is poor and of a contrite spirit.
And what?
And trembleth at my word.
That's the one the Most High gonna look to. Not the proud, the arrogant, the fearful, the rebellious. But go ahead and read. Now this is what he think of your. He's gonna tell you what he think of your sacrifice. Even when you come and pray to him, this is what he think of your sacrifice, brother, sister. Look at what the Most High say. Go ahead and read that 3, man.
He that killeth the ox is as if he slew a man.
So instead of he looking at your sacrifice, whether it be spiritual or whatever, even if you giving money or physical sacrifice, he said, man, it's just like you supposed to be sacrificing ox, but just like you slew a man. And what else?
And he that sacrificeth a lamb, as if he cut off a dog's neck.
An unclean animal to sacrifice it to the Lord. Go ahead and read.
He that offereth in oblation, as if he offered swine's blood.
You hear that? You know that's a no-no. Go ahead, brother.
And he that burneth incense, as if he blessed an idol.
Oh,
yea, they have chosen their own way.
They have chosen what?
Their own way.
They have chosen their own ways,
And their soul delighteth in their abomination.
And you enjoying that sin. You enjoying that abomination. You enjoying that pride, that talebearing, that lying, that spirit of murder that's on you. You enjoying that. They delight in their abominations. Continue to read, brother.
I also would choose their delusions.
I would choose their delusions.
And I will bring their fears upon them.
Yes, sir.
Because when I called, none did answer.
When I told you to repent, when I sent the prophet to you, when I sent the brother, the sister to you to tell you was in the wrong, you didn't listen. You did not listen. So guess what? I'm going to take that same thing, the delusion, I'm going to use it against you. Go ahead and read, brother.
When I spake, they did not hear.
Go ahead.
But they did evil before mine eyes. And that in which I did hear the word of the Lord. Ye that tremble at his word.
Ye that tremble at his word.
Your brethren that hated you, that cast you out for my name's sake, said, let the Lord be glorified. That he shall appear to your joy, and they shall be ashamed. And they shall be ashamed. Read that verse, see what it say. A voice of noise from the city, a voice from the temple. A voice of the Lord that rendereth recompense to his enemy. A voice of the Lord that render recompense until his enemy. He said, I'm going to take them idols and I'm going to take them delusions and I'm going to use it against them to their own destruction. Now, let's look a little bit about this self-examination. Let's go to the book of Sirach or Ecclesiasticus. Sirach the 5. Because we got to be mindful of the things and the people who we hold in esteem. Because a lot of us holding some people in esteem. What you got on there, bro? What? Oh, I thought you were looking at a lot of the people that we hold in esteem, a lot of things that we hold in esteem or take pleasure in are not pleasing to the Most High Yah. Right. And see, we have to be careful because, you know, a lot of the school of thought that we came out of, you know, and no throwing no shots at nobody, but a lot of they hold the head teacher that's on this particular camp in high regard and high esteem. But a lot of things that they teach is not scripturally based, and it don't line up with the scriptures, brother. Right. So we have to be careful. A lot of things they teach seem logical on the surface.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the scriptures say you can't just be gullible in spirit.
No.
Tell you to test the spirit.
That's right, bro.
Because a lot of this doctrine do seem logical or look good on the surface.
Right.
Until you start peeling layers back and you realize that it ain't logical at all. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, that's all I had on that.
No, but I'm glad that the Most High has put that type of spirit on me, even from a young child, that I just ain't never just. And for a lack of a better way of putting it, bro, I'm gonna say it this here. I hope I don't offend nobody. I just ain't never gave a damn about what nobody said about me. I ain't never gave a damn about it. And don't give a damn about what nobody think about me, because at the end of the day, I gotta look at myself in the mirror. And I gotta answer to the Most High. Right. So I ain't never had that problem of walking away from somebody or a group of people that I thought that didn't line up with what I believe. I ain't never had that issue. I walk away, I drop you like a bad habit. And so we have to be, but like I said, we have to be careful who we hold in high regard and high esteem, man, because we all but flesh. We all can fall. Even within ourselves, we hold some people hold themselves in high regard. Like they somebody. Like they can't be correct or can't be wrong. And that's a dangerous place to be in. But Sirach the 5, read verses 1 through 8, but what do it say?
Set not thine heart upon thy good. And say not, I have enough of my life.
That sounds familiar, don't it? Go ahead and read.
Follow not thine own mind and thy strength.
Don't think your mind, you got so much wisdom and knowledge, or you so strong of an individual that you can do without the Most High or his correction. Go ahead and read.
It says, follow not that. Did I read that?
No, read start at the top of that too.
Yeah. Follow not thine own mind and thy strength to walk in the ways of thy heart. And say not, who shall control me for my works? For the Lord will surely revenge thy pride.
There it is again. He said the Lord will revenge that pride. Go ahead.
Say not, I have sinned. What harm have happened to me?
See that? See, a lot of times we get away with them little onesie twosies and think we doing something.
Right.
But then the onesie twosies come back, they start to add up. Then now you got to get the payback. Go ahead and read.
Yeah. It says, for the Lord is long suffering. He will in no wise let thee go. concerning propitiation.
Go ahead, brother.
Be not without fear to add sin unto sin.
Now we just read a little bit about no propitiation in Isaiah. He said, hey man, you got to be careful what you offering up to the Lord. Make sure it's clean and make sure it's right. So he said, hey, a concerning propitiation, be not without fear and add sin unto sin. Go ahead and read.
It says, and say not, his mercy is great.
Uh-huh.
He will be pacified for the multitude of my sin.
You see the psychology going on in this person's mind? Oh, he know my heart. He gonna forgive me. He know I didn't mean it. And you just keep doing the same thing. Oh no,
his mercy.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
You don't know when the Lord had enough of you. Go ahead, bro.
It says Shabbat Shalom, Mark Ed.
Yeah, Shabbat Shalom, Hebrew.
Hope everything well with the fam, Hebrew.
Yeah, most definitely, bro.
It says, for mercy and wrath come from him.
For both of them come from him.
See?
Mercy and wrath come from him. And what?
That's right. And his indignation rested upon sinners.
And his indignation rested upon sinners. I mean, it's going to lay with you. Go ahead.
Make no tarrying to turn to Yahweh.
And you better be quick to turn to the Lord. Go ahead.
Put not off from day to day.
Mm-hmm.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth. And in thy security thou shalt be destroyed.
And see, just when you think everything all right, just like that man say, hey, man, all my barns is filled up, man. I'm still living fat Freddy around here, man. He said, I'm gonna build him another barn. He said, hey, man, when you think you in your security, here come the drop. When you think everything all good, he gonna come. He said, you gonna reap the whirlwind.
Yeah.
Go ahead and read.
It says, set not thine heart upon thy goods unjustly gotten, for they shall not profit in thee. For they shall not profit thee in the day of calamity.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother.
Winnow not with every wind.
No, that was it. That was it on that. Right. That was it on that. That was it on that. Hey, but there was some strong admonitions from the Lord, man. And don't get too comfortable, and don't get to the place where you think everything all great, because it ain't. It ain't all great. And it ain't all good, because just when you think everything all good, that's when that whirlwind gonna come through. That's when that whirlwind gonna come through and catch you off guard and catch you slipping and sleeping. And then he said, your calamity gonna come upon you suddenly. Yeah. And you ain't gonna be able to do nothing about it. Gonna come from out of nowhere. You got some comments on that, bro?
Nah, I was just seeing who's on there. Shabbat Shalom, Albert L. Holman. I hope.
What's up, cuzzo?
I hope that paperwork help you.
Yeah, what's up, cuzzo?
You know what I'm saying? I sent the prayer up for you.
Yeah.
In this situation, I really hope that paperwork helps. I hope the Most High open up the door for you, Hebrew. All
praises, bro. Let's go to the next place, Romans.
Shout out to Akor too.
Akor, appreciate that too, man, for the fam.
And all his family.
Yeah, most definitely, man. Most definitely. Hey, I'm telling y'all, these young brothers right here putting in work. I don't know what some of these cats are talking about, but these young brothers taking care of business around here. All praise to the Most High. Let's go to Romans. Let's go to the new book. Romans, the 7. That's what we in.
Yeah.
Romans the 7. And let's pick it up at verse. We're gonna pick it up at verse 5, brother. Then we're gonna do some skipping for the sake of time. Making pretty good time right now. I ain't want to be before the people too long tonight. Romans the 7, bro. And pick it up at verse 5. Let me get there. Romans the 7 and verse 5. Then we're gonna skip down and read 18 through 25. Romans the 7, what do it say?
Romans 7, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
For when we were in the flesh, the motions of sin, which were by the law, did work in our members to bring forth fruit unto death.
See, when you walking in the flesh and not in the spirit, you walking in death. Other scriptures say, hey, they have made a covenant with death. Hey, man, when you ain't walking in this ruach, when you ain't walking in the spirit of this law, man, you making a covenant, you walking in death. Not my words, the words of the Most High. Go skip down to 18. What do it say, bro?
Verse 18. For I know that in me, that is in my flesh,
right,
a carnal mind.
A carnal mind. Go ahead.
Dwelleth no good thing.
No, sir.
For to will is present with me, but how to perform that which is good, I find not.
And we don't. He said, man, I want to do it. I don't even know how to go about doing it. I want to do that which is right, but I don't even have a clue on how to do it. Go ahead and read.
For the good that I would for the good that I would, I do not.
Right.
But the evil which I would not, that I do. Now, if I do that I would not, it is no more I that do it.
But what?
But sin that dwelleth in me.
But sin that dwelleth in me. That's why I say it's got to be a constant check, a constant self-examination of how you move and how you think and what you saying, what you doing, who you around, what you involved in. We got to be checking ourselves on every level, man. Because like I said before, you don't know when the Most High gonna snatch the breath out of you. What you gonna wake up on? What you gonna wake up with on your jacket? Huh? Better think. Go ahead and read, bro.
Verse 21. I then find the law that when I would do good, evil is present with me.
Go ahead, brother.
For I delight in the law of Yah after the inward man.
After the inward man. Go ahead.
But I see another law in my members. Going against the law of my mind.
You see, hey, it's a constant battle going on up there, but go ahead and read, bro.
And bringing me into captivity.
Yes, sir.
To the law of sin.
Bring me. He bound by this law of sin in his members. He fighting within himself. What did verse 24 say? Oh, what?
Oh, wretched man that I am.
Whoa!
Who shall deliver me from this body of death?
And man, that's how I was this week, man. I told my family, man, my spirit was heavy all week. Even after the feast days, the Most High was dealing with me on some stuff. Oh, and I said, oh, wretched, oh, sorry joker that I am. Who shall deliver me from this body of sin and death? And that's the thing we got to ask. Hey, man, if the Most High ain't dealing with you like that, to keep, and I know he dealing with me like that because to keep me humble, to keep me in his way. Because a lot of times, like I said, we get ready, you get puffed up, and the thing that you got the Most High to bless you with, man, the position the Most High to gave you, a little 9 to 5 over here in Babylon, and man, we get puffed up. We got 2 cars in the driveway, got a nice house, and everything get to go by here, look, this, that, and the other that you want to go by, and man, we lose sight. Stop reading, stop praying, stop fasting. And next thing you know, you way over here. When you was, all you had to do was stay the course, self-examine, self-check, take correction, take admonishment, pray, fast, and stay in the spirit. Woo! Hard word. Hard word. Read that 25, bro. Read it. Yeah, read. I read it. Okay. I think Yah, through Yeshua HaMashiach, our power. So then, with the mind, I myself serve the law of Yah, but with the flesh, the law of sin. In the mind, this war. I war against myself in my mind. Well, let's go to the next place, bro. Go to 2 Corinthians. You already there? 2 Corinthians, we're going to read 2 verses of scripture. 2 Corinthians 10, and we're going to read verses 2 and 6. What do it say, brother?
Verse 2. But I beseech you.
I'm sorry, bro. Go ahead.
But I beseech you.
I beg you.
That I may not be bold when I am present with that confidence.
Yay.
Wherewith I think to be bold against some. Which think of us as if we walk according to the flesh.
Go ahead, brother.
For though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh.
Right. For what?
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Go ahead.
But mighty through God.
Yeah.
To the pulling down of strongholds.
Go ahead, brother.
Casting down imagination. And every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yah. Bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience.
Every thought to the obedience of Yeshua HaMashiach. Everything that you think about, every little thought that come in your mind, if it don't line up with the word of the Most High God, you need to bring that thought into captivity and cast it down. I don't care what it is, who it is, what it's about. If it's contrary to the word of the Most High, it needs to be cast down before it become an idol in your mind or a stronghold in your mind. Because if you let that little seed get planted and you start wondering, wait, man, she ain't had to say that. He ain't had to say it like that. Instead of going to your brother and sister, if you got a problem with it, and dealing with that brother and sister one-on-one first, and if they receive it, all praise to the Most High. And if they don't, then you follow the protocol and get it handled that way. But see, we so get caught up so much in our feelings, man, that we don't even consider the word. If it's against the word of the Most High, and how you gonna know that if you ain't reading, praying, and fasting? You got to cast that imagination down and bring it into the obedience of Christ. Did you finish that, my brother?
It says, casting down I'm gonna read that further.
Yeah.
Casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yah, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ.
Verse 6.
And having in a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
Look, it say, man, you got to be able to revenge obedience. When you disobey, you got to avenge to make it to make it right. So anything you say or done or thought, you got to repent of that or make it right with yourself or with your brother or sister to avenge that disobedience. See what I'm saying? Let's go to the next place, bro. That was it on that. Let's go to Ephesians, because we got to be renewed in the spirit of our mind. Ephesians 4, brother. Ephesians 4. And we're going to read verses 17 through 24. Instead of having these idols in our mind, we need to renew our mind. Go ahead, read Ephesians 4:17. What do it say?
This I say, therefore, and testify in Yahweh.
Go ahead.
That ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles.
And well, that's a whole other lesson. But go ahead. Go ahead, bro.
In the vanity of their mind.
In the vanity of their mind, the nothingness, the futility of their mind. Go ahead.
Having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yah, the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart.
And we read when they wanted to go back to Egypt. We read when they wanted to go back to bondage and darkness. We read that. But go ahead and read.
Who being past feeling, having given themselves over to lasciviousness, to work all uncleanness with greediness.
With greediness. Go ahead, brother.
It says who past feeling. I mean, they became callous.
Yeah, man. That's why I say you can get to a point where, hey, you done. You done.
It don't even bother you that you sinning.
No. That's when you begin into that reprobate state, man.
Yeah, it don't even bother you no more. Your conscience then stop talking to you. That means
the spirit done talking to you.
You done ignored that.
Come on,
telling
bro.
you to stop too many times.
Right, bro. Right, bro.
You didn't ignore that. It say in the Proverbs, a man who's constantly admonished, whether that be by his brother, you know what I'm saying,
come on, bro,
his wife, or even by your own conscience.
Come on, bro.
It say if you keep ignoring that reproof, it's gonna come with your destruction. Is gonna come without remedy.
That's right. You're gonna be destroyed suddenly, and that without remedy. And it's gonna come on you so fast you ain't gonna be able to turn your head before a deal on
your conscience don't even bother you when you start to do certain sins that you've been doing.
I pray the Most High never take his spirit from me. That's what I'm saying, brother. So if you ain't, if there ain't times in your walk that you can look or you see where the Most High is pressing upon you to make something right or to correct yourself out of something wrong. Something is wrong with your walk. You need to prayer closet. Because if you ain't getting beat up by the Ruach when you know you're doing something, and like I said, one of my things was I was just anxious for the ministry to take off. And I'm getting upset because the ministry ain't taking off fast as I think it need to take off. And the Most High dealt with me just on that. If that ain't happening to you on a regular where the Most High dealing with you and correcting you, man, you better check your walk. You might not be in the faith. You might not be in the walk. If you ain't never got that spirit of heaviness on you about stuff you done wrong, thought wrong, said wrong, there's something wrong. If you can walk away and do stuff and say stuff to people and the Ruach ain't dealing with you on that, bruh, sister, you may not be in the way. Yeah. You may not be in the way. I'm just being real. Because he said the one he loved, he chatting often, though. So guess what? If you ain't being chastised, you may not be in the way. I'm just saying. Did you finish that, my young brother? Go ahead and finish.
To work all uncleanness with greediness. Verse 20.
Go ahead.
But ye have not so learned Christ.
But ye have not so learned Christ.
If so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him.
Go ahead.
As the truth in Yeshua.
Yeah.
That ye put off concerning the former conversation, the old man.
Yeah, the former lifestyle. Go ahead.
Which is corrupt according to the deceitful lust.
Yes, sir. And be what?
And be renewed in the spirit of your mind.
Even in your subconscious, be renewed. What you meditate on, what you think on, what you contemplate on, be renewed in the spirit of your mind. Continue to read.
And that ye put on the new man.
Yes, sir.
Which after God is created in righteousness.
Yes, sir. Continue to read, my brother.
Wherefore putting away lying.
Putting away lying.
Speak every man truth with his neighbor.
Yes, sir.
For we are members of one another.
Go ahead, brother.
That was
verse 25 one.
Yeah.
Okay, we good on that. We good on that. Let's go to the next place. We moving right along. We got a few more. Roll right on in Ephesians 5 and pick it up at the 7. Pick it up with the 7. Ephesians 5 and 7. What do it say?
Be not ye therefore partakers with them. For ye were sometimes dark.
So you were sometimes in Egypt, bondage and darkness. Go ahead.
But now are ye light.
Yes, sir.
Lord.
Go ahead.
Walk as children of
and
light.
Your walk ought to show that you with the Most High Yah. Your walk ought to show that you got a different way of moving, of vibrating, of thinking, of communicating. How I deal with my wife, how I deal with my husband, how I deal with my brother and sister, how I deal with my elders, and even the short letters. Go ahead and read.
It says, verse 8, for ye was sometimes, now verse 9, for the fruit of the Spirit is in all goodness and righteousness and truth.
And righteousness and in truth. That's the fruits of the Spirit. And go ahead, bro.
Good and right is the fruit of the Spirit.
That's it, bro.
Right there. All right, so proving what is acceptable unto the Lord. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness.
But
rather
reprove them. Don't just, when you see wrong going on and don't say nothing. Hey, man, the book say to him to know to do is good and do it not to him, it is sin. When you see your brother and sister doing something wrong, saying something wrong, you need to say something. If they get mad, just let them get mad and say it anyway. Get yourself off the hook. Because the book say, if the watchman see if a sword come and blow not the trumpet, that man is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood will I require the watchman. So get yourself off the hook. Because that ain't love. He said, man, open rebuke is better than secret love. Reprove it. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If they get mad, hey, the hell with it. Tell them anyway and go on about your business. Go ahead, brother. 13. Read down to 13. Pick it up at 12.
For it is a shame to even speak of those things which are done in secret.
13.
But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light.
See? Go ahead.
For whatsoever doth make manifest is light.
And so when you telling them, when you reprove them, correcting them, that's light. You trying to bring them out of the darkness into the light. But if you don't say nothing, you throwing shade on the darkness. So it gets even darker. It festers up even more. But you wouldn't know that if you didn't read. See what I'm saying? Y'all ain't reading. Y'all ain't studying to show yourself approved. Because it's more than showing up on the Sabbath day, brothers and sisters. It's a minute by minute, second by second walk. How blameless are you going to be at the sound of the last trump? That's the question I always ask myself. How blameless am I going to be at the sound of the last trump? Am I going to make the first resurrection? Or am I have to wait around and process through the wilderness and then wait around to the second one to see if I'm going to get in the kingdom?
Sister Tanisha, you anybody else having connection problems on YouTube or Facebook? Let us know.
Hey, we can still be heard on the YouTube. Somebody put up a 7 if we coming through clear. Water P, see it? Put up a 7 if we still coming through clear on the YouTube, bro. Somebody put up a 7 on the YouTube if we coming through clear. Water P said we coming through clear.
Coming through clear.
Try. Sister might need to reboot.
try closing your app out, sis, and reopening it.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, we on the
well, we on What the Book Say Radio on Facebook
page
too,
and our Order Melchizedek page as well.
Yeah,
but
y'all live, bro.
Try, rebooting your app, YouTube app.
Yeah.
What
you say?
Hold on, but now it's low. Okay, so Sister Tia is having connection problems.
She is up. They have connection. It may be some. Hey, it could be the network too, bro. Cause we got a lot of sevens saying they can still hear us and everything. So it could be another deal. But hey, if y'all still having a problem, like the young brother said, we got the Order Melchizedek on Facebook, and we got the What the Book Say Radio on Facebook. If y'all still having problems, because a lot of times, man, it could be the network or something else. But we know who the master of the airways is, so we ain't even gonna trip on that. But the Most High, we record and we still gonna repost. If it don't come through clear, we'll repost it again, y'all. What it say?
Mike said he had to reboot too, so yeah,
Yeah,
it is a connection thing.
Yeah, it's a connection.
So can y'all hear us now? What about now? What's it doing now?
Is everybody on Melchizedek and Facebook? We still coming through loud and clear on Melchizedek?
Lost connection. Okay, Water saying he good.
Okay,
she's saying she good. All right, Ed say he good, so we good. Mama says she good. I
Yeah,
think we good.
All right, bro. Well, let's pick it up, man. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna try to. We got about 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5 more. We're gonna try to get out of here. Let's because the main thing we gotta do, bro, is try to return to our power. Ezekiel 36. Let's go back to the old book. Ezekiel 36, my brother. Ezekiel 36. You good on YouTube? Okay, Michael Ben Israel. Ezekiel 36, my brother. We're gonna pick it up at the 17, then we're gonna skip down to 23. Our return to our Lord is what we need to be focused on. Ezekiel 36 and 17, what do it say?
Son of man, when the house of Israel dwelt in their own land, they defiled it by their own way. And by their doing.
Yes, sir.
Their way was before me as the uncleanness of a removed woman.
Of a removed woman. You was bloody, unclean, defiled. Skip down, brother, and pick it up at the 23. What do it say?
And I will sanctify my great name, which was profane among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them.
Yes, sir.
And the heathen shall know that I am the Lord.
And the heathen gonna know. Go ahead.
Said the Lord God, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes.
Go ahead, brother.
For I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of all countries.
Yeah.
And will bring you into your own land.
How you gonna do that?
Then will I sprinkle clean water
upon he gonna clean us up. Go ahead.
And ye shall be clean from all your filthiness. And from all your idols will I cleanse.
And he gonna take all them idols out your mind, all those things that you hold in high regard. He gonna take away. You're gonna be sanctified in him. Go ahead, bro.
And a new heart will I will I give you.
A new mind and what?
And a new spirit.
And a new spirit. The spirit of your mind gonna be renewed. Just like we just got finished reading. Go ahead.
Will I put within you.
Yes, sir.
And I will take away the stony heart.
And do what?
Out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh.
Yeah.
And I will put my spirit within you. And cause you to walk in my statutes.
Oh, so now we know what the spirit is. The spirit is the word. Because the spirit gonna cause you to walk in these statutes once you adhere to it and obey it and understand and see that it is good. He gonna put his spirit in you. Gonna walk in his statutes. You gonna get rid of them idols in your mind. Go ahead and read, brother.
You shall keep my judgments
and you shall keep my judgments, and ye shall do them. Let's go to the next place. Luke the 1. Luke the 1. Luke the 1. Luke the 1. And let's go, brother. We're gonna pick it up at verse 50. We're gonna read 50 and 50 through 52. Luke the 1. We're gonna pick it up at the 50. We're gonna read 50 through 52 because he's gonna have mercy on the one that trust in him. What we got, bro? He gonna have mercy on the ones that trust in him. And only those who trust in him will receive his mercy. Because we're finna read. if you fear something else other or more than you fear the Most High, you ain't got nothing coming. Luke the 1 in verse 50, what do it say?
His mercy is on them that fear him from generation to generation.
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
He have shown strength with his arm. He have strengthened the proud in the imagination of their heart.
Now he has scattered the proud.
He has scattered the proud. I'm sorry. In the imagination of their heart.
Yeah.
He have put down the mighty from their seats and exalted them of low.
He said he done scattered the ones that's proud in the imagination of their own mind, them idols. Go ahead and read, brother.
Verse 53.
Yeah.
He have filled the hungry with good things.
Yes, sir.
And the rich he have sent away empty.
Yeah, he took you back to darkness. See, the hungry, the ones who hunger and thirst after righteousness. But the one that's proud and lifted up, he done took away that which you even had, that little bit of knowledge that you even had, he done took it away and gave you a reprobate mind. Because you done set these idols up in your mind. Even that pride, but continue to read, brother.
He have helped his servant Israel
in
remembrance of his mercy.
Yes, sir.
As he spake to our fathers.
Let's go to Hebrews. For you, Hebrews. Hebrews 10. Hebrews 10. I'm sorry, bro. I should have stopped it. I got to run in my mouth. Hebrews 10. And we're going to pick it up at the 22. And we're going to read 22 through 27. Hebrews 10. Verse 22 through 27. When you get it, my young brother, go ahead and read.
Let us draw near with the true heart and full assurance.
Yes, sir.
Having our hearts sprinkled from an evil conscience and our bodies washed with pure water.
He's still dealing with that mind, and he's still talking about cleaning you up with this water. Having our hearts sprinkled from evil conscience or evil thought, and our bodies washed with pure water. Continue to read.
Let us hold fast the profession of our faith.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, brother.
For he is faithful that promised.
Go ahead.
Let us consider one another to provoke unto love and a good work.
Now, he said provoke one another to love. I ought to be considering this brother before I consider myself. I ought to be considering trying to help this brother before I help myself. I ought to be trying to make this brother come up and level up before I do anything. We ought to be provoking each other to good works. You see what I'm saying? This is loving your neighbor as you love yourself. If it's good enough for me, it's good enough for him. If it ain't good enough for me, it ain't good enough for him. Simple and plain. Go ahead and read.
Not forsaking the assembly of ourselves together, as the manner of some is.
But what?
But exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching.
Go ahead, brother.
For if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin.
Did you hear that? Ain't no more sacrifice for sinning willfully. There remaineth no more sacrifice for sin. Verse 27, what do it say?
But a certain fearful looking for judgment and fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversary.
Which shall devour the adversary. Next to the last place, Psalms 51, bro. Psalms 51. I hope y'all been admonished. I hope y'all received edification tonight. And I pray that the Most High will remove the idols from your mind through his washing of his word, and that we continue in this thing wholeheartedly to the end. Psalm 51, bro. We're going to read 10 and 13, 10 through 13, then we're going to skip down and read 16 through 17. Psalm 51 and verse 10. What do it say?
Create in me a clean heart, O Yah.
Yes, sir.
And renew a right spirit within me.
And renew a right spirit in me. Go ahead.
Sorry, excuse me.
You all right, brother?
Cast me not away from thy presence. And take not thy Holy Spirit from me.
If y'all ain't praying this, y'all need to start praying this. Take not thy spirit away from me. I pray this out, man. I'm so scared that, man, the stuff I see myself, getting into and thinking on, and the anger, sometimes I be like, man, Lord, please don't take your spirit away from me. Because I'm fighting this thing on all front best I can, brothers and sisters. And we need to be praying that don't take your spirit away from me, Lord. Create a clean heart in me and renew a right spirit within me. Continue to read, brother.
Restore unto me the joy of thy salvation.
Yes, sir.
And uphold me with thy free spirit.
Free spirit. Go ahead and read, bro.
Then will I teach transgressors thy way.
Then will I teach transgressors thy way. See, all right, say you got to read this book fast and pray so you can help somebody else. Go ahead and read.
And sinners shall be converted unto thee.
And sinners shall be converted unto thee. Skip down to verse 16. What do it say? Read 16 through 17.
For thou desires not sacrifice, as I would give it.
Yeah.
Thou delightest not in burnt offering.
What? Okay, go ahead.
The sacrifices of Yah are a broken spirit.
Hey, the sacrifices of Yah are a broken spirit, like we read on this 17. Man, you got to come clean, brother. Isaiah 52, I think, 51 say, man, the one who handled the vessel of the Lord must be clean. Start at 16 over again, TJ.
For thou desires not sacrifice, else I would give it.
Yeah.
Thou delightest not in burnt offering. The sacrifices of Yah are a broken spirit.
Yeah.
A broken and a contrite heart. Oh Yah, thou will not despise.
And he won't despise you then when you broken and contrite and humble yourself. But when you proud and lifted up and trusted in man, trusting in money, man, he can't do nothing with you. When you scared of man and scared you ain't gonna be able to pay your bills and scared of this, scared, man, the Most High ain't dealing with you. You operate in fear, that's rebellion. You just set these idols up in your mind instead of setting the Most High in your mind and dwelling on him and his word. He gonna answer you according to the idols in your mind. He gonna bring, hey, didn't Job say, may that thing which I feared has come upon me? And may that thing that he feared, man, he said that my children may have sinned and offended Yah. And that same thing he feared, it came up on him. See, man, this is what people, y'all better start, man, line upon line, precept upon precept, and understand what the Most High is saying. Last place, young bro. Last place. Philippians, the 2. Let me get there. I know you already there. Let me get there. Philippians, the 2. Philippians, the 2. And we're going to read verses 1 through 5. Philippians, the 2, and verses 1 through 5, my young brother. Philippians, the 2, verses 1 through 5. When you get it, go ahead and read.
If there be therefore any consolation in Christ, if any comfort of love, any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels and mercy,
yes, sir.
Fulfill ye my joy that ye be like-minded.
That ye be what?
Like-minded.
We got to be on the same page, Israel. Go ahead and read.
Having the same love, being of one accord.
One accord.
And of one mind.
Yes, sir.
Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory.
I want to do it. I want to do this. I want to let nothing be done through strife. Don't be striving with your brothers and sisters over any and every little thing. Let nothing be done through strife. But go ahead and read.
But or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind.
Man, humble yourself. Humble yourself before your brothers and sisters. Don't be afraid to be meek and humble before your brothers and sisters and let somebody else shine sometime. Go ahead, brother.
And let each esteem other better than themselves.
See, and we just did read that, bro. Esteem somebody else better than you. Man, these brothers I got around me right now, man, I tell them all the time, man, I fall back. Because, hey, I want my brothers, man, to be out there, and I want my brothers to learn to do this thing, man, because it ain't about us, brothers and sisters. You got to esteem somebody better than you sometime. This is a command.
Yes, sir.
This is a command. Don't want to stop trying to be at the forefront. I did this. It's about me, this, that. Hey, what are you doing? Esteem others better than yourself. Go ahead, bro.
It says, look not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others.
Yes, sir.
Let this mind be in you, which was also in Christ Jesus. Yeshua HaMashiach.
Go ahead, brother.
Being in the form of Yah. Thought it not robbery to be equal with Yah.
Now, did you hear that? Let this same man, he just told you, esteem others better than yourself, right? He said, and let this mind be in you that was in Yeshua, that him being equal with God, the Father, thought it not robbery to be equal with him. He said, but guess what he did? He humbled himself, even unto the death of the cross. He was on the same plane with him. It wasn't robbery that he called him, because in the Psalm 55, he said, man, I mean, Psalm 55, he said, man, this thing was preordained. He said, I walk with him in company. But go ahead and read that, brother.
Verse 7.
But
made himself of no reputation.
And he didn't make himself of no reputation with his chest stuck out. I, me. Look what I did. Look what I said. Look what I taught, all that. Look what I put together. I put this together on my own. I did this, that. Man, you ain't following after Yeshua. Go ahead and read.
And of him, but made himself of
no reputation. That's right.
Took upon him the form of a servant, and was made in the likeness of men.
That's it. That's all we need. I hope that you brothers and sisters was admonished. I hope that you brothers and sisters were edified. I hope that you brothers and sisters understood what we were trying to bring to y'all tonight. Again, the title of tonight's lesson was the Lord or the Most High will answer you according to the idols that's in your mind. We thank y'all. We appreciate y'all. We hope that these lessons that the Most High put on our mind, our heart, to bring to y'all each and every week, as we try to give you some edification, some understanding of what the Most High is doing within Israel. And we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Keep us in y'all prayers. Pray for us as we pray for y'all. And keep the faith. Stay on point. And be selfless in this walk. Be humble in this walk. And believe and do not fear. All praise, honor, and great glory is unto our power. The power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, and the power of Jacob. You got your boy T Boogie. I got the young lion back in the building. We fellowshipping tomorrow in South Haven at the library. Anybody want to come out and fellowship with us? I saw Brother Corey. He put it up in the post on the Order Melchizedek today. I appreciate the young brothers taking care of their business. We're going to see y'all tomorrow. We're going to get back at y'all. One more game. What you got? Oh, okay. One love. We love y'all. We'll see y'all.